The final home game of any college football season is cause for celebration. Senior Day, a perfect way to celebrate and remember all of the accomplishments of this group of leaders. Tulane will kick it off to get this game underway. On the run from inside his own 5. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. The Mids offense has the ball first today. And, David, they've got a tight end who might not be a superstar, but he always seems to be in the right place, always ready to be a safety valve for this quarterback.
No, and this guy dictates to the defense. It's so nice to be able to move him around. He's the chess piece. He's the playmaker on offense that can do a lot of things. And if they're going to be successful, the big tight end's going to be the reason why.
And he's a very reliable target, too. We've seen him make some really tough catches in some big moments for this offense. He's going to have to do that in this game today. The defense is keying on him. They know.
Turning it on! That kind of play will get a drive started or help your field position. They've got it at the 27.
So difficult because my eyes tell me as a defensive guy, he's handing it off. The offensive line's block and run. I got to go get it. Quarterback pulls it, throws it to the right. It's kind of like that hidden hat game. Like, where's the ball? I'm always trying to find that daggone thing.
He's got the back in the middle. Both these teams have had some good moments this year, and they'd love nothing better than to improve their bowl positioning, build a little momentum by getting a win in this one.
You're just trying to punctuate the season, right? How big would it be for one of these two programs to finish the year as a ranked team? It would help them so much in the offseason with recruiting and really help their confidence looking ahead to next year, David.
And confidence and momentum and just learning how to win. A part of that is a part of the process of being great in the future. And this team, learning how to win, finding ways to get it done, it's only going to build momentum, and hopefully you can carry that over to next season.
Guys, let's chat a bit about Navy. Great pickup on the defensive front. 3-star defensive lineman gives a verbal commitment last week, and you really need to bring good talent into the program. Maybe diamonds in the rough. At this level, that's how they thrive.
Oh, there's no doubt. And just some of these guys, they're not as refined, but they've got the tools, right? And so I think he's got the tools, and this is a guy that you can build around on that defensive line. You need all the big bodies you can get.
So in their own territory, on 4th and inches, the offense will stay on the field. He'll sneak it and try to surge forward. They make the stop, but not before he picks up a first down for Navy.
There are not a lot of head coaches that I think are willing on their opening drive to go for it on 4th down, especially in that kind of field position. But this head coach ain't scared. And he believes in his running back. He believes in his offensive line to go pick it up, and that's exactly what they did.
And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up 2nd and short. Guys, we have a second here to talk about Navy. By the end of the day, one of these two teams will control their conference destiny the rest of the way. Potential bye in the college football playoff on the line. This game critical at this point in the season for both teams.
And so much talent in this game, too. Outstanding coaching staffs, NFL talent on both teams going into this one. David, this might be a rematch in the conference championship game. We might get to see this matchup again.
And it's so nice to have two teams playing so well at the top of their conference. You know this game matters. There's no sleepwalking into this game. You see the numbers at the top of the conference. It's you and it's them. Who's going to come out today?
To the air, it's Woodson. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
And it's such an advantage for this defense to have an outside linebacker like that can rush the passer because they can set the edge. They can get off the ball, and they're just way too fast for tight ends or for offensive tackles to get out and block them.
He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down. 10th play of the drive coming up, but this time a chance for the defense to get off the field on 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. Navy will have to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Fair catch is collected at the 24, and that's where they'll start this drive. So Tulane's offense will try to get something started with their first possession. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, like all power, all those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead. And it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates, right? We've seen time and time again, these dudes make plays, and it just sparks the sideline. It sparks the coaching staff. It sparks the fans. They're special players, and they all have to play well together.
And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Sometimes even a short gain like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Leaves it with the back. They make the stop at the 37, but not before. He's got 10 yards and the first down.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
They're going to go right back to him on first down. Couldn't really get started there. Pickup of 1 to the 35. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. We've reached the end of the first quarter, and it has been a defensive battle, and the stats tell the tale so far. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. Play action. Oh, they're after him. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Trying to pick up a first down. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Makes the grab. It's Hawkins. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line.
There's a reason third down is called the money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at third down percentages. It tells a huge story, and it goes a long way in deciding who wins a football game.
There he goes. That's a fumble on the play. Oh, the offense lucky to fall on that loose football.
Woo, deep breath, right? Man, you fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
The Green Wave working with a fresh set of downs. Let's see if they keep it on the ground here. Going to the run, it's Perry. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Looking to fire. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
The Green Wave lining up, facing third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got it on the move. Touchdown, Green Wave. Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score. Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. Field shrinks, Tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're dang right. That guy is so big. A lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
And the midshipman offense making its way back onto the field. They're looking for something, looking for anything to try to put some kind of score on the board, down 7-0. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football on the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Tight end now in motion. Got his man out of the backfield. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well?
Breaks into the open. They got him free for a big gainer to the 43.
And it's just got to be nice to have a running back that can make big-time plays with his feet. 1st down, 2nd down, 3rd down right here. His opportunity, he gets the football, makes a huge gain. He makes this offense go, and it makes it so easy to be a play caller.
Buys a little extra time. On the move to the right and looking for a big one. Touchdown, midshipman. They wanted it all, and that is exactly what they got. If he doesn't get you with his arm, he'll get you with his legs, or he might get you with both of them.
It stinks, man. Having to defend a guy like this that just, you think you're going to get him in the pocket. You got to play the first play where he might be throwing the ball from the pocket, and then he scrambles, and now you're defending the run and the throw down the field. It's kind of like rush hour back in the day. Which one of y'all kicked me?
Not sure if they allow cocktails in the booth, fellas, but you know they're flowing inside that stadium in Jacksonville today. Florida and Georgia, and here is the latest. Florida took its show on the road, and they'll be packing a big old W in their bags for the trip back to Gainesville. Never underestimate the importance of a road win and how it can impact a team's trajectory. Iron sharpens iron, and you just know a top 15 matchup like this is going to go a long way in telling the story of each of these teams' seasons.
And Kevin Connor's keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Gets the nose of the ball to the 25, give him 1.
And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
Oh, that just really nice catch by the big tight end, throwing those mitts up there, catching the football.
Tulane comes to the line. Lots of work to do on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Under fire. Tulane forced to send out the punt unit. First one's on its way. The leg ought to be strong. Only called on twice in the victory last week. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. And Navy will go back on the attack. They tied it with a touchdown the last time they had it and trying to complement the defense's good work by taking the lead here. Now on the option. The pitch. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. The clock winds down to 2 minutes, and we will take a pause for the 2-minute timeout. And now on 2nd down for this offense. They'll run the option. Picks up the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
You can skin the cat a lot of different ways. You're just trying to get enough yards to pick up that first down. It's not the dive man. It's not the quarterback. He makes the right read, pitches it out, and he's just able to get enough to keep these sticks moving.
Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Knocked down behind the line. Boy, he powered through one tackler, but there were more there to greet him.
And he tried to do all he could. He broke one tackle, but my goodness, guys were hitting him left and right in the backfield.
This is a staple for any good defensive coordinator. They want their guys to swarm to the football, to gang tackle. If one guy misses, another one's there.
No doubt. And the staple for the offensive coordinator or the offensive line coach is block those guys. Don't watch them tackle other guys.
He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. Here comes Navy back to the line after picking up the first down. Ball is loose. Oh, the offense fortunate to fall on that one, and they'll live to fight another play. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for second down. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19. They'll immediately call timeout. The midshipmen come to the line facing third and short. They'll try to run for it. Runs through the tackle.
Offenses that are great on third downs, what do? Most of the time, they keep it in manageable situations where they're not predictable, not just dropping back to pass. They do it here on third and short. They convert. This offense has been so efficient on third downs all throughout this season.
The midshipmen move the sticks with that powerful running game. Scanning the field, it's Woodson. Pocket breaking down. And the ball's out, and they're after it. Recovers the fumble, and he's still going.
Good awareness by the offense. You never want to see the ball on the ground, but a nice job understanding to just kind of jump on it and make sure you keep possession.
This pass rush has just been relentless, and you can bet your bottom dollar they're about to bring the heat again. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Flips it out in the flat. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. They'd love nothing better than to add a 3-ball here before the break. And this one only 35 yards out, but not straight away. This one from the left hash. He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. And with that, they've taken the lead. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, who's had a better seat there in New Orleans for a fun first half than you? And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18.
And with that, let's send it back to the fellas inside Yeoman Stadium.
Pulls and fires complete. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there.
Great play by the cornerback. He was just way too physical at the point of attack. He beat his man trying to block him, and he tackled that receiver on the screen.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. They'll run play action. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
Man, this defense has played so well, and this offense, they've struggled. They haven't executed greatly. They're going to have to do it against a really good defense who continues to apply pressure. They got to find a way to protect their quarterback a little better.
Makes the grab. It's Hawkins. Out across the 25 to the 26, but needed a little bit more. It'll be fourth down. Tulane forced to send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll try to field the punt and bring it back. Slips through the line. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. And here comes the Navy offense. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. They'll leave it with him. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Crosses the 40, gets it down to the 35 before he stopped. A gain of 6.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30.
Great job by the offense, understanding where the sticks are. And look, they got the first down, and they're like, all right, let's crank this tempo up now. We got first down. Let's go fast.
To the air, it's Woodson. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Going to try to get it himself. It's a fumble. And this fumble will squirt out of bounds.
When you start to get that offense going and start having success, you got to make sure when you get closer to the scoring range, I take care of that football. If you don't, coach is going to go, you on the sideline, you in the game.
They'll try to get the edge with the toss play here. He's shoved out of bounds right at the 6-yard line as they were able to at least keep him out of the end zone.
The closer you get to the end zone, the more you start to bring big bodies on the field, right? The field shrinks. I'm worried about you running the football, particularly up the middle. But how about the offense? Does a nice job tossing the ball on the perimeter, going out there, getting some positive yards, trying to get 7. I ain't settling for no field goal.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
He makes a grab. He gets it in. Touchdown, Navy! The offense flexes its muscle a bit and widens the gap.
Take a little exhale. You know, you did your job. You got points. Now you put your defense in a position where, hey, go out and get another stop. We're in great shape, so the offense definitely taking care of their business.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll bring it back looking for help. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. That deficit has now grown to double digits, down 17-7 as they start this drive. Caught in the backfield, it's Perry. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
This this offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the third quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping the run. Guys in the back end flying to the football in the air, getting hits on guys, that time on the receiver, knocking it loose.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Got his man in the middle. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the... Tulane forced to send out the punt unit. Just needs a crack to get a return. He couldn't find much running room there, didn't get a lot of blocking, and he'll step out of bounds. And the midshipman offense making its way back onto the field. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Back to pass, it's Woodson. Floats it out in space. And they knock him down. There was nowhere to go. Defense is swarming.
Well, look, I know this guy is not the biggest running back in college football, but boy, is he dangerous, right? He's so shifty. He's hard to bring down. It's a good idea to get him going in the passing game. Put him out in space. Let's see what he can do.
Offense gets set for 2nd down. They'll run the option. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2.
Well, one of the reasons this offense likes the option game with the quarterback is to use his speed and try to attack the perimeter of the field. The defense, though, not having any of it. You saw the contain on the play, forcing him back in the middle of the field, and they're able to corral him for a huge loss.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
And nobody able to handle that punt. They'll let it bounce and roll out of bounds. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Looking for a crease, it's Perry. Oh, he's got some space. Makes the tackle at the 32, but they were backed up inside their 20, and they pick up 15. With a 1st down, they'll snap it from the 32. Looking to throw on 1st down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection this time. Finally forced out of bounds. Maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49.
And those aren't the guys I'm leaving open on defense. These slot wide receivers, they've got the space in the middle of the field to work. I got to make sure that I got somebody inside of him. I got somebody outside of him. I can't give him the football because a lot of times these guys, they're good with it after the catch. They got that quickness. They got that speed, and he showed some of it there.
Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. We've reached the break, and Navy holds the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic 4th quarter finish. They'll go back to work with a 1st down in the final period. Wants to keep it in the air. Fires to the big fella. He'll be pushed out of bounds at about the 33-yard line.
Yeah, and Tight ends aren't just line up and block guys anymore. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field. And nowadays, you can start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
Still some work to do after that last completion at second down. Back to pass. A little screen to the running back. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there.
Well, the defense sniffed that screen out perfectly. All the D linemen, they were reading the body language of the offensive line. They knew something was up, and when the screen pass got thrown, they were right there to make the tackle.
Tulane now facing third and forever. From the gun, wants to pass. Working that left side now. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. So on fourth down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. He just barely got enough of that one and just barely kept it straight enough, too. They're back to within a touchdown. 17-10 is the score.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
And Navy will go back on the attack. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead, Palmer.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so we got to put them...
Turning it on! Knocked down at the 26 after ripping off 10 there.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 26. They'll give it to the back. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30.
This is an area of the game. On offense, you've got to be able to run the football well. You've got the lead in the fourth quarter, and obviously you're in your own end here, but you want to bleed the clock. You want to stay on the field and keep getting first down, so you have to be able to run it.
They'll try the run. Found a little space, and he's got 4 to the 35.
And I tell you what, it's really nice at this point in the game if you can lean on your run game. When you have the lead, you've got the football late in the game, you can chew that clock and start to really make that defense have a little bit of panic.
They'll try to power their way ahead. Love to see these third down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Navy is clicking on all cylinders right now. Here comes Navy back to the line after picking up the first down. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And I think everybody wants to run the option nowadays, but the problem is, can everybody read it? You got to be able to stick the ball in the belly of the running back, and you have to be able to understand, or I'm pitching it to him. Whatever the read is, you can tell he was a little bit confused, a little bit slow, and that's why the defense won this round.
And he's brought down after a nice gain.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with Get conservative? I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football there.
The midshipmen move the sticks with that powerful running game. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
This offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
Running back searching for a hole. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Navy now facing 3rd and short. Goes to the option. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense.
Really good job by this defense, man. 4th down and short. Great job playing the quarterback first. Most important part of the option. Don't let him get downhill. Now it gets to the pitchman. It gets a little bit outside. They run to the football and get the big stop on 4th down.
They have the lead in a one-possession game, but they're thinking deliver the knockout blow, but this carries big-time risk on 4th down. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Holding.
What an unfortunate penalty there. They thought they'd converted the 4th down. Instead, they'll have to try it again. Navy will have to punt it away. Nice job to make the fair catch at the 16. Make sure that ball didn't bounce into the coffin corner. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that first drive, David. It'd be interesting to see what happens here in the second drive.
Yeah, you got a feel for the defense now. You understand what they're trying to do, what their game plan is. Now you get to go into phase 2 of your game plan.
Tulane to the line, facing 2nd and short. One back in the backfield. He gets the carry. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. Now on 1st down from the 30. Grab behind the line, it's Hawkins. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few.
I think in this situation, 2 minutes, trailing late, I think you got to be thrown to the sticks every time. I don't know if these short completions are going to get it done. You're just not going to have enough time to get down the field. So from a play calling standpoint, I think you want to think about being a little bit more aggressive.
Blasted as he lets it go. Just a little off. Incomplete.
And this defense knows exactly the spot they're in, man. They are up. They've got their more defensive backs on the field. They're dropping back. You can tell they are taking away the deep ball. Nice job understanding situation, understanding clock, and what the offense is trying to do to you.
Takes it from the gun on 3rd down. Got it in the middle. It's Reed. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the 1st down.
Offense facing 4th down.
On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Caught close to the marker, it's Hawkins. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Big drive for this offense late, trying to tie the game. They've pieced together a couple of first downs, and here they come again. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. Now the play fake. He lobs one high down the left side. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
Well, this defense is still playing so hard here late in the game in the fourth quarter. Offense taking a shot into the end zone. Defender in incredible position, and he's able to knock that one away and complete.
Third and short from the 49. Is this four-down territory? Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on fourth down. Makes a grab past the marker. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. Not really a huge decision there. You don't want to give up the football at this juncture of the game, and they're able to keep the drive going.
You know, the head coach here obviously feels like punts and field goals are not going to get him back in it, so put this one on your quarterback. Trust in him to go out and execute and give your team a chance to win.
They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down. Timeout call by the offense. 29 seconds left on the clock. Here comes Tulane after picking up the first down.
Let's go!
Wants to throw on first down. Looking for the end zone. Into the house. Touchdown, Green Wave.
Massive score, now massive decision-making. Obviously, extra point ties the football game. Easy peasy, nice job. A two-point conversion, you win this thing. So I would kick it, but you know what? If you want to go for it, it's your decision.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And here comes the Navy offense. This one is about finding the balance between being aggressive and not being reckless, Jesse.
The only way this thing works, though, if they're going to be aggressive, this offensive line has got to be able to hold up here for this QB.
Yeah, because you need to take shots.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. He's got it on the outside. The offense uses a timeout. 15 seconds left to play.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. They'll send the tight end in motion. Takes the easy one to the back. At the 20, he's got space. Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work.
14-yard line. Good enough for a first down.
The midshipmen got the explosive play on the ground. Let's see if they go right back to it. The give to the fullback. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Timeout is called with just a single second left.
Timeout, Navy.
So now on comes the field goal unit. Nerves of steal right down the boulevard on the game-winning chip shot. That's the entire scenario you build up in your head in the backyard.